welcome to the Acoustic Poecast. For those of you who joined us for the Rock Poecast, welcome back. And for all the newbies in the house, welcome to the Poecast. 3 weeks ago, we set up in our rehearsal space and had a great big day of music. I'm talking 6 hours of continuous playing through like big blown out rock jams for the rock show and also some stripped back acoustic numbers.
Yeah, and we did not rehearse these acoustic numbers. We kind of wanted to see what would happen organically. Got Tarka to play acoustic upright bass, and Kevin is on cajon and shakers and tambourines. And guys, this is what happened.
I've been down and out, now I'm up again. When I roll the dice, everybody wins. Like a cannonball, moving down the track. Baby's on her way, she ain't coming back. Never coming back, never coming back. Baby's on her way. Shooting out the lights and the smoke alarms. Keep your fingers crossed, I'm a lucky charm. Like a cannonball, moving down the tracks. He's on her way, she ain't coming back. Never coming back, never coming back. Baby's on her way, yeah. Never coming back, never coming back. Baby's on her way. Like it or not, I don't give a damn. Lord have mercy, I'm a self-made man. Oh, self-made man. Oh, self-made man. Gotta do or die, gotta do or die. For an underdog, got one right at night. Gonna juice it up in my Pontiac. Baby's on her way, yeah. Never coming back, never coming back. Baby's on her way, yeah. Never coming back, never coming back. Baby's on her way. Like it or not, I don't give a damn. Lord have mercy, I'm a self-made man. I got a pen in two strong hands. Lord have mercy, I'm a self-made man. Oh, self-made man. Oh, self-made man. Come on.
As y'all can imagine, touring musicians wind up spending way more time with each other, with their bandmates, with the touring crew than they do with anybody else in their lives, their families, except for us because we see each other all the time.
All the time.
And we're sisters. Spouses, best friends, anybody else, because we're gone and we're on the road and we're sharing weird experiences, cool experiences, crummy experiences, all of the above. But we're very fortunate to spend time with some really awesome guys and gals in our band and crew. And so we got together, had some chats.
Yeah, shot the reminisced about the good old days of touring.
Mr. Brendan Harris, front house. We have Kevin McGowan, drums. We have Tarka Lehman on the bass, the keys, and the vocals. We met at birth, so, well, my birth. Yeah.
You guys have.
I was here first.
You guys have the same mom and dad.
We do. We do. Like,
So they tell us.
the moment where Megan and I first met, there's a picture, and it's
No
there.
way.
Really?
Less than 2 years.
Megan was still
Aw.
like
So I was
young,
two.
and there's like baby me like in a like I look like a peanut. And
It was
then
upsetting.
Megan's just like
It was
upsetting.
upsetting.
she's got like her cheeks are really pink, and she looks very threatened.
I was crying because I was crying.
Because you're crying because you're having to share mama. What is your role in the band?
I do audio and production stuff.
And lots of stuff. You're also the ring security guy. You're the hey, this thing is broken.
I install ceiling fans, change out lights.
It's true. Man of many talents. Kevin McGowan.
I play the drums.
Are you sponsored by Eventric today?
Unfortunately, I at this time am only sponsored by one sponsor.
Okay.
No other sponsors. Would be nice. Would be open to more sponsors, but it's not in the cards right now.
And so, who is the youngest in the group? You are, right? By how
Brendan,
much? How old are you?
26. I just forgot.
We're like, what,
You-
5 months apart?
Yeah.
Yeah,
6 months? Something like
that's a
that.
pretty close margin. Can anybody guess who's the oldest? But who looks the best? That's the question.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do you do in the band?
Play bass. Slap bass a little bit.
Sing some harmony vocals.
Little harmonies.
Play some
Little
keys.
little keys here and there.
Little key action.
Emotional support for Kevin.
I am the graphics guy. I sing sometimes. I play guitar. I make graphics for the band. Do the videos.
I pretty much occasionally play lap steel, and that's about it.
Occasionally. There's live still over the entire show. Lots.
Featured on a few songs.
It's featured on a couple songs. I take Megan takes an occasional solo, just
Every once in a
whenever
while.
Tarka's not slapping.
Yeah.
I would like to know, brief answers, a moment during a show where you really crapped the bed. Where things were just going wrong, you had an emergency, you didn't know how to deal with it, you dealt with it, you didn't, how'd you do?
Musically?
All of the above. At one point during the show, I misjudged how much space I had behind me, and there was a little ledge at the back of the stage that the amps were set on, and I caught my heel on on the ledge behind me and proceeded in slow motion to fall backwards while we were playing, and I fell over on top of the amp, and the amp fell over, but we still kept playing.
Yeah.
Like y'all were just
We kept
watching me
rocking,
like,
yeah.
I remember in Hong Kong, it was the middle of the show, the console out front was like an older digital console, and this console had like some sort of a glitch or something, and all of the faders just went down, and so the sound just went off for a bit,
I remember that.
and it was just that moment of like,
Well,
push it all back up and hope for the best.
I've had several shows where my in-ears would go out, and so I ended up just playing the show with no sound, couldn't hear anybody, and you just kind of have to smile through it.
Fault of my own. Austria, November 2018. It was towards the end of the set, and we like skipped a song in the set. So I just like made a decision, and I was like, the next song we're gonna do Blue Ridge Mountain. And I counted it in. She has to like tune her guitar, and so she was not like prepared to do the song. But I like plowed through it. I was like, where did like I had to commit to it because it's like a up tempo song, and it's like a drum intro, and like once I started it, I was like, I can't stop, and then I realized that I started the wrong song.
welcome to the show. And so we realized like it was time for us to play. It was 2 minutes past time for us to play, and we're like, there's no walk-on track. And so I was like, guys, let's go. We need to like, cut our losses and get on stage. And so I thought we were all going, but then somehow it was just me that was going. So then I like barrel out on stage. I'm like, howdy everybody, and then I look back and like nobody else is with me.
3, 4. Lost myself and I lost my soul. Thumb stuck out on the side of the road.
We all have these illusions of grandeur. We want to believe in, you know, the big movie special about the overnight success, but I don't really think that overnight successes actually exist. Because what is it, like 10 years in the making of a success?
For us, it's probably, 15 years in the making, really?
Yes, and especially as a roots, you know, American rock band, we do not tour in the Ritz. We have had many abysmal touring situations. Very memorable, but not super comfortable, you know, over the years. But this spring, we were actually supposed to have a tour bus tour.
I mean, that's a major accomplishment in a band's world. The moment you can make the big step up into a tour bus. We were really looking forward to being able to experience that for the first time ourselves.
It'll come back around.
Yeah,
It'll come back
it'll be
around.
there.
But what I'm thinking about is one of the many European tours when we were touring in the winter in a Sprinter van, and the van had no heat.
I think I know what you're about to say.
And
it was the McDonald's Thanksgiving.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. It was Thanksgiving night. We'd been traveling all day.
We tried to make the travel work to where we could maybe stop and have like a Thanksgiving meal, but we had to keep going. We had to get to Berlin for a show.
And so we pulled off out of services. I think Kevin or Tarka had like battered shrimp and curly fries.
Yeah, that was Kevin. Kevin had the shrimp.
Yeah.
But we have had our glamorous moments.
Yeah.
I mean, had plenty of moments where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. I mean, like earlier this year, which I can't believe it was earlier this year, we went to India for the first time.
Yeah.
And we flew first class to India.
I messed up and I got orange juice instead of champagne.
First class
Ooh.
rocked.
They bring you the bowl of warm nuts
Oh
and
my gosh.
champagne.
Another thing that happened this year, walking on the Grammy red carpet, that was pretty flippin' glamorous. And even last year, I was thinking about this in Singapore when we played at the Formula One Grand Prix.
And we were in our minivan going to sound check.
Yep.
And we were driving on the racetrack in like 3 minivans.
We peaked like maybe 25 miles an hour, which was very disappointing because we were urging our drivers to let the horses run.
And then we stayed in a hotel
overlooking
the Formula One track. I mean, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we're very fortunate just to get to see the world in whatever accommodations and, you know, whatever vehicle you're in. It's usually pretty good.
It's the highs and lows that make it so interesting.
1, 2, 3. I've been high, I've been low, there's so much I don't know. Working hard, putting miles on my own 2 feet. Times are hard, but they're real. Keep my shoulder to the wheel till I walk on that easy street. There's a light I can't see, but I know it'll be shining bright as a star when I dig down deep. Gonna cast off this pain through the sun, through the rain, till I walk on that easy street. Hey! Oh, that easy street. Gonna walk on that easy street. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, 'cause it won't be long till I walk on that easy street. Hey! I've been high, I've been low, there's so much I don't know. Working hard, putting miles on my own 2 feet. Times are hard, but they're real. Keep my shoulder to the wheel till I walk on that easy street. Yeah. Oh, that easy street. Gonna walk on that easy street. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, 'cause it won't be long till I walk on that easy street. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on keeping on, 'cause it won't be long till I walk on that easy street. Yeah.
Over the years, we've gotten to tour with some really incredible artists on some really incredible tours.
Yeah.
And we're just like everybody else. We can fanboy and fangirl over the artists that we tour with.
We want some photos.
And especially when we toured with Bob Seger. We all really wanted a picture with Bob, but we didn't want to intrude. And Bob is the loveliest guy. He just exudes that energy on stage. I think when you see him perform, you can just sense his soul, and he's awesome. But it was very hard for us to figure out how to ask for a picture while still being cool.
So it got up to be like the last day of the tour, and we're like, it's now or never. So we got up the gumption, got up the nerve to ask for a photo. And it came time. His tour manager came and got us from our green room, and we were going to go and get a picture with Bob. Where is Kevin?
Where's Kevin? Kevin is missing.
Kevin is missing. We're texting Kevin. We're calling Kevin.
No
We're
return.
searching for him.
We don't know where he is.
Couldn't find him.
So
no Kevin.
we all pile into Bob's green room and snap a picture. Brendan Harris, our front of house engineer, steps instead in Kevin's place. Come to find out, Kevin was in catering. Kevin had to score one last LaCroix, and he missed out on his picture. So I guess the moral of the story is,
catering can wait.
Catering can wait.
One memory that's popping into my head is touring with Elvis Costello. Now, there's many, many memories associated with touring with Elvis over the years, but the one that I'm thinking of is back in 2016 when we were touring with him in the U.S., in the Midwest, I believe, where there's many, many miles to cover between gigs. And they were touring in a tour bus, and we were following behind in a rental car.
Sedan, baby.
The tour bus normally travels overnight, like the band members get in the tour bus and then they wake up at the next gig. We did not have that luxury. So we were averaging 7-8 hours of driving a day. So we were pretty tired going into shows.
Yeah. To drive that much with the two of us, it was just the two of us in the car, and then rally up the energy to perform, and then do it again and again day after day. Emotions were definitely on a roller coaster, I would say. There were definite peaks and valleys, but one of the peaks, I think, would have to have been when one night Elvis came knocking on our dressing room door, and he said, "Hey, it's Conan O'Brien on the phone. They offered me a slot. I can't do it. I gotta protect my voice. Do you guys want to do it? It happens in 2 days." Talk about excitement.
Conan is like my favorite late night TV show host.
I feel
love him.
like that's probably one of the most swoony moments you've had. Another memory that pops up in which we were driving a sedan behind a touring caravan
I'm sensing a theme.
would have been 2018 with Keith Urban. Our phones were both very old. We had ancient iPhones.
We are nothing if not frugal. We'll use our phones until they're completely destroyed.
And so the GPS on these phones was crapped out on both of our phones. And so we were trying to use paper directions,
Yeah.
traveling from one city to the next, which was very ill-advised. If we had any sense, we would have bought a GPS unit, but we didn't. And we missed turns. We added hours onto drives. This was the tour that we fought the most because it was so stressful. And at the end of the tour, somehow it had gotten back through the grapevine to Keith that we didn't have GPS on our phones. And so what did he give us?
He got us iPhones at the end of the tour.
He got us 2 brand new, way nicer iPhones than we would have ever purchased for ourselves. And that was such a touching moment. Really inspiring in terms of
His generosity.
generosity. And that's the kind of people that you want to be.
1, 2, 3, hey. I steal my 6 from the 7-6, yeah. Smoking up in church, up to all my tricks. I'm a bad little angel. I fell from grace, the Georgia peach gone fair, yeah. Y'all know the taste, and if you must know what I think of you, so help me Lord, I'm gonna speak of the truth. And I try it, and I try, and I try to do right, yeah. But I got trouble in mind. I said I got trouble in mind. Born under a bad sign, like Albert King. Yeah, the Matchbox Blues. I like to sing. Oh, but what's the use? So help me, Lord, I gotta cut loose, and I try, and I try, I try, I try, and I try to do right, yeah. But I got trouble in mind. I said I got trouble in mind. Hey, shiver and shake, I'm on it, I ain't go. Doctor, better give me something for this pain. 'Cause I got trouble in mind. Oh, 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 yeah. The simmer. I got to Paris, all the lights went down. They built the Berlin Wall to keep me out, yeah. I'll break your heart from 30,000 feet, and they post a danger sign everywhere I sleep. I got trouble in mind. I said I got trouble in mind. Shiver and shake, I'm on it, I ain't calling back to bed. Give me something for this pain. I shiver and I shake, I'm on it, I ain't going down to bed. Give me something for this pain. 'Cause I got trouble in mind. Trouble in mind. I got trouble in mind.
The two of us love a good pilgrimage. Our parents took us to tons of national parks and historical monuments when we were kids. So I guess it's probably only natural that we picked up traveling as part of our job. But as if we didn't travel enough, whenever we're home in between tours, what do?
We travel. And I remember we had a free weekend one time in January between kicking off Bob Seger dates and going to Mexico for...
Playing in the Sand, the Dead and Company Festival.
So we had this free weekend, and we had big plans for this weekend. We wanted to go to Memphis. Graceland had just opened new exhibits of Elvis Presley memorabilia, and so we loaded up the car, and it was you, me, Tyler, and Brendan, and we all traveled to Memphis, ate a lot of barbecue, spent the night on Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning, and went to see Al Green preach at his church.
Amazing.
It was pretty much an ideal trip, and it was the basis of inspiration for writing Tears of Buddha Gold. I think just being in Memphis and sensing the history and the cultural significance of the city, it was really inspiring. And so I kind of, I had this little nugget of a song idea tucked away in my back pocket for many months until I finally got around to writing Tears of Buddha Gold.
Well, I live next door to royalty, a skinny little kid, just like me. We go hunt down the honeybees, back in the days gone by. His daddy had a car that would go sometimes, that engine roar, he let us ride. Barbed wire fences flying far behind, back in the days gone by. Rest my soul, take me to the river. I've been delivered into the hands that reach to hold. Tupelo rock and roll, sing it in the kitchen, pass the ammunition. Turn all your tears of blue to gold. Yeah. I those memories sing. Time moves on like a melody, and I can hear those memories sing. Time moves on like a melody, and I can hear those memories sing. Time moves on like a melody, and I can hear those memories sing. To below rest my soul, take me to the river. I've been delivered into the hands that reach to hold. Oh, to below rock and roll, sing it in the kitchen, pass the ammunition. Turn all your tears of blue to gold. Turn all your tears of blue to gold. Yeah. Turn all your tears of blue to gold.
So some of y'all may have noticed that Jeff Garland was one of our special guest chatters on our last Rock Poecast, and we had some questions about how and why that came to be. So here's the story. We met Jeff in October of last year at a show that we played down in New Orleans called The Tipping Point, a show in support of Tulane University, star-studded show.
Yeah, it was Mavis Staples and Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes and Anders Osborne and us.
And us, we were there. We were super happy to be there. And Jeff was the host of the show. And it was such a cool experience. A lot of collaboration, people popping up and popping down, jamming their songs. And it was just mayhem backstage.
I mean, there was a boys' dressing room and then there was like a girls' dressing room, and all of the girls were in there like having a good time, like doing their makeup, and one of the girls was Mavis Staples. So we actually got to spend a good amount of time with her, and she is the coolest lady. I remember her saying, "Have you guys been listening to all of this new music lately? There's this gal called Lizzo. I just love her."
So we've touched on a lot of stuff. We've touched on embarrassing moments, the good, the bad, the ugly. I would love to know, what is everyone's favorite thing about being on tour, being a musician, playing shows? Across the board, what is something that really touches your heart?
Just getting to see the world, really. And just play for different people and like see how they all react, and the culture mostly, the food, chocolate, different kind of chocolate.
Getting to travel, and also mostly getting to do it with friends, not some random massive piece together crew. So just getting to hop around and see things and do fun things on the occasional off days and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, the act of putting on a show, I enjoy the organization behind it, but I think probably my favorite part is, as cliche as it sounds, the energetic exchange you get every night. Even if we're all the stuff we've been talking about today, if it's a rough travel day, if we're exhausted, if we're, feeling a little sick or something, but when you have a really great audience and they respond in a very energetic way to the music that you're playing, it's fuel. And it's just that exchange. I think even if I'm exhausted, if I'm feeling burnt out, if I have that kind of experience with an audience, I think that for me makes it feel very rewarding to do what we do.
I think it's easy to undercut sometimes what we do because we're not an essential worker, and it's not like we're saving lives or
Delivering mail.
or any of the things that really make society tick. But what I think I love most about what we do is the fact that we are contributing to human culture, because what is more human than singing a song about a broken heart, channeling all of those human emotions into music, and then sharing that with people. So to do something that feels meaningful for not just us, that I think is incredibly rewarding, and it makes me feel part of planet Earth.
I love that touring and music and performing and everything that goes along with it really forces you to live in the moment. I think that we've all experienced that kind of time dilation when you're on tour. It feels like it's almost time is meaningless, and I enjoy that actually. I think looking back, I feel like we've experienced so much, and some of it was not easy, and some of it was wasn't fun when we were doing it, but I really enjoy looking back at those memories so much. Even actually, especially the hardest moments, I think.
Yeah, they stick with you.
They stick.
They do.
And feeling very appreciative of getting to see the world.
1, 2, 3, hey. Every saint has a past, some's a winner, some's a loser. It depends who you ask for the truth or a rumor, yeah. Or a rumor. If you can't stand the heat, better get out of the kitchen. Talk is dirty, cheap, you know the people gonna listen. They're gonna listen. Yeah. Who talking to who? They're talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, picking it up. I said, who's talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. They're talking dirt on the payphone, picking it up, digging, yeah. Keep digging. Alright. Well, I heard it from a friend. You were talking to a neighbor who was peeking through the blind. She said she'd call you later. Call you later. Now it's ringing off the hook and the story's getting twisted, catching dirty looks. You're just a time bomb ticking. Just ticking. Who's talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up. I said, who's talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. They talking dirt on the payphone, digging it up. Hear what they say, see what they do, and if it don't match up, they're probably lying to you. Hear what they say, see what they do, and if it don't match up, I might be lying too. Yeah. Who's talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone. Get it up. I said, oh, who's talking to who? They talking about us. You know they talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone. Making love along the side.
Recording and releasing Self-Made Man definitely felt like the end of an old Larkin Poe era and the beginning of a new. And I think 2020 has been such a curveball year that even outside of any expectations that we had in terms of starting a new story, really got blown into the stratosphere in terms of what actually came down the pipeline. So I think ending our Acoustic Poecast with this next song is going to feel very right. In sealing off, I guess, part of our story with a kiss, we got to give you guys this song.
Come on in my kitchen.
you're my best friend. That joker got lucky and stole her back again. You better come on in my kitchen. Yeah, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Oh, she's gone, and I know she won't be back. 'Cause I took the last nickel out her nation's side. You better come on in my kitchen. To be raining outdoors.
Hey, you guys, we're still here.
Y'all, we just can't let you go.
True to form. We wanted to include a special segment onto the Acoustic Poecast because we can. It's our show, and we're very excited about the forthcoming release of our album, Kindred Spirits.
Coming out November 20th. It's an album of acoustic covers, and what better time to do an acoustic cover than in the Acoustic Poecast?
It all fits. It all fits. It makes sense. So hope you guys are ready and willing to hear Mr. Justin Hayward's Nights in White Satin. 1, 2, 3. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I'd always missed, with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Gazing at people, some hand in hand, just what I'm going through, they can't understand. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend, just what you wanna be.
never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send.
I gotta say, if you haven't yet watched the interview that we were granted by Justin Hayward, go check it out because it was really inspiring. We had to unfortunately lop out, I guess it was maybe like 45 minutes of conversation just to keep the focus and to not overwhelm people. But what an incredibly thoughtful guy. So spry and such a youthful voice and like
So eloquent.
Very inspiring to speak with him. I felt so nervous to give the interview though. Surprisingly, when we called him up, it's a little tough to tell in the video because we definitely maintained composure in our faces, but
We were shaking.
we were
in our boots.
quivering like jelly on a plate. But really, really cool to speak with him. And if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out.
Yeah, but also if you want to hear that song as we did just now, you can go check that out because it's released now.
Yeah.
It's the first song off of the record.
Yeah.
It's out.
And how we did it just now in the room is exactly how we did it for the album, and it's the first time we've ever made an album like that. We grew up, making records where you go into a vocal booth and you track vocals separately and everything's isolated and neat and clean, and we're trying to throw that out. We're trying to go back to the basics.
I think, needless to say, this won't be the last record we make like this.
Yeah, more raw. I mean, legitimately, it was
It's really fun.
It was fun. It was more stressful too, because you have to. It's kind of like when you take a picture, you kind of typically have to take like 18,000 pictures in order to get one where everyone's looking at the camera and looking cute. And I felt like it was that way a little bit more with the performances because you're trying to get that special moment where everything feels just right. And as humans, we're so distracted most of the time, and you're worried about this or that, or you mess up a lyric or you miss a note. And so I think we learned a lot about ourselves and developed a confidence that we hadn't had before.
Yeah.
Especially for me singing vocals live. It was really empowering. Yeah. But anyway, another song that we did for the album that's a little bit different from the previous Tip of the Hat video that we had released back in the day, Bo Diddley, Who Do You Love? And if you go back and you watch our original video of Who Do You Love, it's very short, and that's because if you go back even further and you reference Bo Diddley's version, the other verses aren't something that I would sing. And if you look at the lyrics, you maybe can, understand why. So for the album recording of Who Do You Love for Kindred Spirits, we wanted, obviously, to make it a little longer. And so we went ahead and just wrote some more lyrics. And we hope Bo doesn't mind, but we wanted to be able to sing the lyrics with confidence. So we took one of his existing verses. He has a verse about tombstone hand and a graveyard mind, which I love, and I'm 29 right now, so we changed the lyric to be 29, but I don't mind dying. And then we added 2 additional lines of lyric. I'm packing a punch like a little pearl piece, that brimstone fire gonna cut through the grease, which I felt was in the spirit of Bo Diddley in this somewhat creepy number, Who Do You Love? So we're gonna perform you the Kindred Spirits version right now. You guys ready? Because we are. 1, 2, 3, hey! I walk 47 miles of barbed wire. I use a cobra snake for a necktie. I got a brand new house on the roadside, made from rattlesnake hide. I got a brand new chimney up top, made out of human skull. Now come take a walk with me, baby, and tell me, who do you love? Hey, who do you love? was blue. Down the alley the ice wagon flew. I heard a bump and somebody scream. You should have just what I see. I said, who do you love? 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 Who do you? Who do you? Who do you love? Hey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's Acoustic Poecast. It's been such a treat to put this series together for you guys. Yet another 2020 live stream show. You guys are champions. The wind beneath our wings. Thanks for continuing to sustain and support us through this odd year. It's true.
Actually, talking through some of the stories from the road and just kind of remembering all the good times we've had has made me really sentimental and miss being out on the road. So I
Even more.
cannot wait until we can get back out there.
Yeah, so let's keep the faith, stay strong out there, and know that whenever we do get back together for an in-person show, we're going to make those memories that we can talk about for years to come. So until then, bye guys.